This is Irontrader. It is Sunday night. It's about 6 p.m. Futures just opened here a little while ago. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, what do we have? Now, Friday, we had a really nice green candle and it went right into the resistance level here at 83.21 now, and it closed there at 83.11. Now today so far we had a high here of 83.36, so we have a little bit higher high. Okay, so let's just take a look here at the upside first. So what we want to do is watch that 83.36. Then again, this is what we're going to be looking for right here. The top of this candle, that's 83.60. So just bring that price channel right across. There you go, 83.60, okay? And then if we can get above that, what we have here is you have 85.30, we have 85.59, but this is the candle that we're looking for next then, okay? So you're looking at 85.90. Okay, so those are the two key levels that we're going to be looking for here in the shorter term. Now, as this moves on up here, and eventually crude's going to go on up here, what you want to do is watch the top of that candle. You're looking at 87.75. We have 88.33, 88.57. Then we have 89.54, and then we want to bring this price channel right across here, and you're looking at 89.85. Okay, so that's your big target. So what you do here, just take this price channel, bring it right across to the top of those candles. That's all that is, okay? And those are your big targets. Your candlesticks here are your intermediate targets, okay? Now, again, if we can break above that key level here, then you want to look to this candle right here, okay? So because this is where it ran up, came down, and that's where she broke out. Now that becomes resistance. That's 92.43. And then we can go to this candle here. You're looking at 93.10. We have 94.17, and then your big retest up here, 95.03. Okay, so we have a lot of good upside targets. It's all going to be based on if we can close above this key price channel now, which has moved up to 83.21. Then we just follow the levels, and those are our resistant levels, and those are our target levels here for the old crude ski. Okay, downside, what we want to watch is the top of this candle right here. Okay, so this is 83.12. This is what we're looking for here if it sells off. And then what we do is we can go to the next level here. You're looking at 82.65. That'll be the top of that candle. And then we can come over to the top of this candle. Okay, you're looking at 82.48. And then we have 82.36. And then we want to watch right there, 81.81. That's your 8 simple moving average. Okay, so that's what we want to see. Now remember, these blue lines here, these are your price channels. This blue line right here, this is your simple moving average, this is an 8-day, which is basically over an 8-day period, like the 21 over 21-day period. Then you have your 50 SMA here, your 100-day, and then we have your 200 SMA, okay? Just so we're all on the same page. Now, the key is here is going to be holding the top of that candle, 83.12 here on a closing basis. Now, again, even if it sells down here, just watch these candles here, that 82.65 here, this 82.48, 82.36, and then that 8 SMA here. So even if this comes all the way down, this might be a good buying opportunity. What you like to do is have it hold half that candle, so you could come all the way down here to this 82.36. That's going to make anything. It's going to seem very, very bullish if you hold half that candle, even if it comes all the way down. Now, again, say this pops up here and just on a Sunday night, and it wants to fall back down, and you get below that key level at 81.80. Well, then what we'll do is we'll just look to the bottom of this candle right here. You're looking at 81.22, and then we come here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 80.55, and then we have your 21 simple moving average sitting at 80.45. Very, very nice here. Okay, right there, 80.55. Right there, 80.48. Lines up very, very nicely. Okay, so that's what we're looking for here. If you lose that 8 SMA, then we'll come right down to the next level. Here is your 21 SMA here. Okay, so it's in at 80. Now again, if it loses that level here, we have top of this candle here. You have 77.99. You have 79.90, and we look bottom of 79.57. We can go to the top of this candle here. This is 78.73, but you're really looking here at this 100-day at 78.73, which lines up very, very nicely to the top of that candle. Okay, so again, but that's if you lose the 8-day to 21-day, come all the way down there, and then right below it, we have that 50-day at 78.07. But really, I'm expecting this here to hold this upper shelf. You are right now in seasonality here, okay? So realistically, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the summer driving. We're looking for towards Memorial Day, right around the corner, 4th of July, and then we're going to have Labor Day, and then we have hurricane season. So disruption in hurricane season is very bullish for crude oil and for natural gas, okay? So any kind of disruption in the Gulf, bullish for crude oil, natural gas. Any kind of a disruption now, like right now, the refinery is doing their maintenance work there in Illinois, so that's going to take the gasoline prices up there a lot higher, okay? So always remember that. Okay, so you got to try to look at anything that can give you a little bit of edge there in trading. Now, your RSI here looking very, very good. Your MACD, your green above your red, that's looking very, very bullish. Okay, so realistically, the big levels to watch, this key 8 SMA here, your 21-day. If it holds half of that candle, that would be a good buying opportunity. You really like to close above this 83.12 here. If you can, then your next target, bring it right across, is going to be right there. Your 83.60, bring this across here. Your 85.90, and then bring that across. There you go, 89.85. Those are your upside levels here, okay? All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, here we have a monthly chart here, okay? So here we go rolling, okay? So now we're above all these levels here, okay? So you're above this nice 79.94, and we're above here this 21-day at 79.37. Very, very bullish. Now you can see where this 50 SMA here, how really important it is to put these simple moving averages on your chart. Look how nice it held it all the way there. Look how nice it held it here and then all the way up. And now she's just rallying up very, very nicely. Okay, so then you can start hitting all these candles here. You know what I'm saying? And then here's your big target up there at that 95.03. Now again, if you something would explode, look at where you can go. You have 130.50, but we got to see. Now Russia actually start cutting their oil production out there, so you gotta keep that in mind here too. And U.S. now, they were refilling the SPR at 3 million barrels per month. Now they're going to be doing 4.7 million barrels per month there. I believe it starts in June or July area time frame, and then they're going to start drawing more crude out. Okay, I don't know why they didn't draw it out when it was like in the 60s, but now when it's in the 80s, now they're going to start drawing more crude. Makes no sense, but hey, what do I know? I just look at charts. All right, so here we have is on your weekly. Okay, so your monthly looks very, very bullish. We're looking very, very good here. Okay, now look at here, your MACD, your green. It went up here and now looks like it wants to make a cross. If you can cross above that red, look what happens when you cross that green line above that red. That shows that positive momentum, and look what happens here month after month after month. Okay, so RSI looking good, so always keep your eye on. I look at all charts. If you're trading, you want to use a tick chart, a 1 to 5, a 15. You want to slow the trade down a little bit, you can use a 30-minute or an hourly or 4-hour chart. But you always want to look at a daily, a weekly, and a monthly. Just take a good look at it. It gives you a little bit bigger picture of what reality is. Just like when we're stuck here below all this key 8 simple moving average here, but see, it went right into it. It just gives you a little bit bigger picture here, like on a longer term basis. Same way with the weekly here. Now, this is looking really good. See how your 8 SMA here, okay? It could have went down. It didn't cross over that 200. It rolled up nicely, and now look at here, okay? So look at how many times it held it. So look at it all the way through. Even though it came lower, that doesn't mean nothing. It's the close. That's the key, okay? So now we got to really watch this 100 SMA here, okay? So you're sitting at 82.83. Your price is currently above that. But now we can use that. If you can hold that 100 SMA, now we can use that as a support level, okay, once you break above. See, but always when the first time, see this candle here? Okay, so when it rallied up for the week, I pointing out that 100 SMA when we were way down here. I said just watch that 100 SMA because it's like when you're a kid, you're trying to tip over a Coke machine. You got to rock it. You're not going to get it over the first time. You got to rock that bad boy. That's the same thing that happens here. It goes right on up, and it always goes right into resistance, and then she'll pull back. Now, last week here, we went right into resistance, went a little bit higher, and now it looks like we may possibly be above it. We got to see because market's been open here for a whole 19 minutes. So we got to see, if she's going to hold. But if it does, then we have these nice good targets at that 85.30, okay, 87.83, 88.29, and then this is one we're really looking for here, this 89.85 level, okay? Then you can rock it all the way up to that 95.03. But remember, when you do the trading, one level at a time, okay? It might go here, and I can always point out, hey, this is a possibility, but when you're trading it, just look at one level at a time. If it breaks that level, we go to the next level. It goes to that level, we go to the following level. Now, your RSI here looking very, very bullish here. Your MACD, look at that nice cross above. See? Nice. See, when that green crosses below, what happens? All the way on down. Once it crosses above, what happens? All the way and up here. So these are really good indicators. Volume, RSI, MACD. I've been trading a long time. Keep your trading simple. Okay, the more simple you can keep it, the more money you're going to make. Okay, you don't need all these fancy things and all these tools and all this thing. I get all that. I've used it all. Believe me, I tried everything. And I found out how you make money. Keep it simple. Basic charts, 8-day, okay, 21-day, 50-day, 100-day, 200-day, and these are price channels. That's all you need. Indicators, volume, RSI, MACD. You can make a total killing just using these very, very simple tools, okay? That's how you want to trade. All right, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, natural gas is having a hard time getting off the ocean night, okay? So we had a big sell down. This was that contract roll a couple weeks ago here, or a couple months ago here, where it just came down and then we just sold right on off here. Well, this mainly was here because they put a hold on the LNG here in the United States on shipping out. They are going to review it, okay? It's what they say, to see if it's this and to see if it's that. That's total bullshit. What you're trying to do is please the climate change people that says you're not, that you're all into it. You're going to put a hold on this here. The climate change people were rallying hard, and good for them. The problem is you're pumping 13.1 million barrels, more than any country in the world, in oil. So I don't know. I mean, you kind of see right through this. Anyway, as a trader, I can see that's all nonsense. So this is why it came all the way down, okay? Then we had a reversal candle right here, went on up here, held that nice 8 SMA, and then it came down. Now, you notice, once the price came below this 21 simple moving average, look at here, see? You just can't get through it. This is why you want to use this technology. Technology is basically as lines on paper, okay? And then once you got below the 8 SMA here, see, it can't get through it. That's the key. Now, this here was another contract roll, okay? So what I pointed out here, if you can't hold that 21 SMA here, then we're going to go down to the 8-day, which is right here. Now, again, we got a low of 1.686, but it didn't fill this gap. This is 1.675, okay? So I pointed out you had a low there of 1.77, and then we had a high there of 1.675. So there's your gap and your fill. Now your gap is smaller. So it's 1.686, and then on top of that is 1.675. So there's your gap and there's your fill. So we don't know where this is going to go. Now, Friday we had a nice green candle here, but you notice that it went lower, went higher, but it just couldn't get it and close above that 21 SMA. You got a ping pong action going here, right between your 8 SMA here and your 21 SMA. So now if you look at today's candle, what do you have? It's the same thing again, okay? So right now here, you're sitting at 1.746. You need to close above this 1.758. That is very, very key. Now, another thing which you always want to watch is this weekly 8 simple moving average. See that? 1.706. What do we have here? 1.708. Okay, so that's very, very crucial. So if we look here on this weekly chart here, see how important that 8 SMA is? So you rallied up here, and where did it go? Right into the 8. Where did it go? Right into the 8. Where did it go? Into the 8. And then finally, on Friday, it looks like it broke above. Now, right now, it's sitting, the price is sitting above, okay? It's sitting above that 8 SMA, but that's what you need to hold, okay? If you can, then we can go higher. If you lose that 8 SMA here, which is pretty much right in line with this 8 simple moving average here, then your target really is going to be this 1.64 level. So if you take the top of this candle at 1.637, very, very close to 1.64, see how that comes right across? That is your support level next, okay? And then we can come down to this level here, which is basically 1.589. That is going to be your retest. So if you look at 1.589 here, it lines up very nice here with this candle at 1.581. That's lost. You have 1.575 here, and then we have the retest at 1.52. Okay, I always like to show you where it could possibly go. Okay, so now let's just take a look at the upside. If you can clear this 1.758, okay, if you can close above, then what we're going to do is we're going to look at Friday's high at 1.786, and then we come up here at 1.789, and then we look here at 1.83. Now, right above that here, we do have 1.84, and then we have 1.87, and then we have 1.88. But realistically, here's your target right there, 1.895, that 50 SMA, okay? Now, this is going to be a brick wall. So if this does rally up, you're going to run right to that 50 SMA here, just like this brick wall when you hit that 8 SMA. See? Brick wall, and then finally, okay? So if this does rally up and you can get above this 21 SMA, look for this target here to be very, very hard, very, very stubborn to get through, okay? So if you're long, so if this can get above this, then what I'll do is I'll scalp it from that 21 SMA and I'll dump it into that 50 SMA, okay, on the trade, because it's not going to get through there the first time. There's that Coke machine all over again. But again, eventually it will get through that. And if it does, here's your target right here at the 2.0. That's what we're going to be looking for. Now, again, above that, this is what we're going to look for eventually. Okay, this is 2.16. This is 8. This is your gap. And then look right here to the bottom of the candle. 2.42 is your fill. Okay, so this was the original gap at 2.166, but now you got a little higher at 2.168, right there pretty much. And then there's your fill, gap and fill. So always keep this on the back burner, that eventually when this starts ripping and you get above this 50-day and you get above this price channel, this is where it's going to go, right there at 2.168, and then eventually it'll get right to that gap fill. Okay, so Monday, here's what you want to watch. Watch this key 21 simple moving average. If we can get above, follow these candles, but there's your target, 1.895. Okay, so on the downside, watch this 1.708. If that is lost, then we're going to come right down here to this 1.64 level and possibly 1.589 level retest. Okay, so that is your upside and that is your downside. Your RSI here is looking good. Your MACD here is looking good. This one here is still bearish. Your green is below your red here. So that's very kind of not really much going on here. And you can see the chart, it's just ugly. Okay, but if we can maintain this level right here, this 8 simple moving average, then you got a shot at taking this thing higher. Okay, that's what I got for you on your Crude Ski and Natty Gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we're going to do it all over again. All right, thanks for watching.